We've all had that if only fantasy. If only I got that promotion, I'd finally be happy. If only I found the right partner, life would feel complete. If only I won the lottery, then all my worries would vanish. We imagine happiness as a destination, where one major life event would take us there. But what if it never arrives? And what happens when we finally arrive? Research on lottery winners reveals a surprising truth. After an initial surge of joy, most return to their previous level of happiness. Sometimes this only takes a few weeks. The new car, the bigger house, the financial freedom. They all become the new normal. The excitement fades. This phenomenon is known as the hedonic treadmill. It's our tendency to quickly return to a stable level of happiness, regardless of positive or negative life changes. Like walking on a treadmill, we can move fast or slow. But in terms of lasting happiness, we often end up right where we started. Psychology suggests we each have a happiness baseline. This is a default emotional state we return to after triumphs and setbacks. A raise, a vacation, or a new relationship can spike our joy. But over time, we adapt. Our expectations adjust, and what once felt extraordinary becomes ordinary. But not all happiness is created equal. Understanding the type of joy we pursue can change everything. 1. Hedonic happiness. This is pleasure-driven. Good food, entertainment, shopping. Instant gratification feels great in the moment, but fades quickly. 2. Eudaimonic happiness. This comes from meaning and growth, pursuing goals, building deep relationships, helping others, learning, creating. It's slower to build, but far more sustainable. Unlike hedonic pleasure, it can actually raise your happiness baseline over time. The treadmill isn't all bad news, though. Just as positive spikes don't last, neither do deep lows. Pain, too, often softens with time. We are more resilient than we think. Then, how do we step off the treadmill and build lasting well-being? If we're wired to adapt, are we doomed to chase fleeting highs forever? Not necessarily. Here's how to cultivate enduring satisfaction. Firstly, practice mindful presence. Instead of rushing through experiences, slow down. Savor the morning coffee, the conversation, the quiet moment. Mindfulness stretches joy by anchoring you in the now, not the next. Secondly, invest in relationships. The strongest predictor of long-term happiness isn't wealth or achievements. Instead, it's meaningful connection. Nurture the people who make you feel seen and supported. Thirdly, cultivate gratitude. Keep a gratitude journal. Thank someone. Reflect on what you have before it's gone. Gratitude reframes your narrative from what's missing to what's here. Fourth, seek growth, not just pleasure. Engage in activities that bring a sense of mastery or purpose. Learn a skill, volunteer, create something. Eudaimonic joy builds on itself. Each step forward fuels the next. And finally, help others. Altruism offers a unique, lasting satisfaction. Supporting someone else often does more for your well-being than treating yourself. So, happiness isn't a finish line. It's the quality of the path you're on. Those small moments of presence, the relationships you nurture, the growth you pursue even when no one is watching. The hedonic treadmill reminds us that chasing peak experiences will always leave us wanting more. But if we shift our focus from pleasure to purpose, from having to becoming, we can step off the treadmill and start walking on solid ground. So then, maybe true contentment isn't about reaching a new high. Instead, it's about building a life so meaningful that even on ordinary days, you feel deeply, quietly rich.